I want more of that like coppery tone on my lid, so I'm just gonna keep adding more, but I'm gonna wait for, just gonna highlight first a little bit and fill in my eyebrows. I love this Anastasia Brow Wiz. I've tried other brow wizzes and like brow pomades, and this just seems to be the one that works for me. First I kind of like brushed them, kind of like shape them. I actually used a little eyebrow razor to shape up, to kind of shave off the hair. My hair is always, my eyebrow hair has always been shaped by either tweezing or waxing, which I've always done myself. Today I just kind of shaved off hairs that are growing in. So I kind of start off on the outer corner, and then I fill in like what looks weird to me. I'm actually working with 3 mirrors here because I have this handheld mirror, this compact mirror. I have a big mirror behind the camera, and I have a little mirror that looks like this. So I'm trying to fill in where there's like missing hairs, like around here. If you can see, I feel like that's the part that looks like it's missing. So I felt like, but I try not to draw on it so hard so that it looks like a harsh line. And then I use the spoolie on it so it like kind of blends a little easier. I think that's enough. And I'm not pressing very hard, especially over here, because it's pretty, you know, dark naturally, so I just like, just a little upward motion. They can go from like thin to like super thick in a matter of a couple of strokes, so you have to kind of be careful. Sometimes, like all my Instagram pictures, my eyebrows look different in almost every picture. I do have some like missing hair that doesn't really grow back because I ruined them when I was a teenager and I was plucking away. I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I had an idea, but I was taking too much hair and it just doesn't grow back really the same anymore. So I try to just make up for that by just, with some makeup, just light strokes, just upward strokes to kind of mimic, you know, the appearance of hair. But it's never gonna be the same. They're never gonna be the same. This takes me forever because I'm such a perfectionist, and which is totally not a good thing because then you end up always overdoing it. Okay, I think they're even. So now you can kind of see, I feel like when you do your eyebrows, it kind of brings the whole thing together with the eyeshadow, and it kind of looks weird if you just would do your eyeshadow and not like attempt to fill in your eyebrows unless you had perfectly filled in eyebrows. So now I'm gonna highlight. I'm actually gonna use the applicator that this Pixie by Petra came with. I don't think I used it. It looks pretty clean. And I'm just gonna highlight with this light shade. So I'm just gonna apply it like literally on the bone part, like the brow bone. You could feel it if you don't know where, you know, your brow bone is or where your crease is or where anything is. Just kind of feel around, like your crease kind of like sinks in more, you know, your eyelid is just the top of your eyeball, basically. I would always watch like makeup tutorials and they would say like, oh, and the outer this and the inner that, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what that means. You could highlight right under your eyebrow if you want, and then still like blend it in afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to blend some more, and then I'll see how much of that reddish coppery color I want to add. If I really want to get like an intense color, I'll like spray my brush, and then, you know, like if you're not sure how it's gonna come out, you could always just kind of test it on your hand and see, you know, like, do I like this? Is it too much? I think I like it, so I'm gonna try it and just kind of experiment. So when I apply it on my lid, I sort of just like don't go too far out, because that outer V area, which is this area, I don't want to like cover, you know, the makeup that I put there. So I'm just kind of going all in this area. And then just try to be symmetrical and keep it even on both sides. It's sort of hard to do that.
I think that's even.
Alrighty. So I think I'm done with eyeshadow until I highlight, you know, like kind of highlight my inner corners, and I can do that after I'm done. I kind of want to contour my face and show you how I do that. And it's a very simple just method, nothing crazy. I use this Too Faced bronzer, the chocolate, I don't know how to say it, chocolate something. And this has been my favorite. I've tried other bronzers and I don't know, I just keep coming back to this one. So even though I've experimented with different types of bronzers and different types of makeup, I sort of have my favorites that, you know, I like stick to. So I use this brush. I got it as a Christmas gift one year from my cousin, and it's just, I like it because it's pretty small compared to like a blush type of brush, and so I can kind of get it, you know, into like smaller areas. And this is just, I've tried other brushes that work for the purpose of contouring, and this just works best for me. So I kind of just go right under my cheekbones a little, right under my jawline. This is just how I do it. Kind of just go under my nose a little, and under my lip a little bit, just to create, you know, different shadows and, you know, make like your lips look bigger or make your nose look like thinner and deeper or whatever you want to do, you could always kind of contour your face a little bit. And just go under my jawline on